months, the year.
You know
Oh, I
what?
know.
You know that's a joke, right?
His wife,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It is 5 PM, February the 2nd, 2026. It's time to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Mayor Barnett,
Present.
Mr. Austin,
Present.
Ms. Joe,
Present.
Mayor Governor.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge.
You just can't help yourself.
That was during the pledge. There was one.
Okay, thank you all for attending this beautiful, warm weather we're having today. It's warmed up. Yeah, it's a heat wave. So is there any announcements or public comment that does not pertain to the agenda? Yes, sir. Go up there and state your name and
Howdy, y'all. My name is Ron Harden, and got a little safety concern I'd like to address. Did a great job on clearing off the streets from all the snow and everything, and I think that was great. But one thing I have noticed, especially on Commerce and then also over on Hurricane, the public walkways that they've got, set aside, those have not been cleared at all. There's a few that you do see a few footprints in, but going up and down that way, I have seen quite a few people walking the street and also with their dogs, taking them out on walking in the street. So I don't know what needs to be done about clearing those off or anything, but if you'd like to supply me with a golf cart and a plow, I'll do it.
thank you, Ron. And just to ease your mind there, talking with Chip, the Parks Department has, that's kind of secondary. They will get to that. I think this week, we talked about it last week, that the main thing is to get the roads and get all that cleared first, but that is secondary, and we'll start trying to get some of that down the road. So, but thank you. Anybody else?
Mayor, just so you know, they did start on the Greenway trails, and he's exactly right. Where you're talking about what would be, I would call fifth area, not even third area or fourth area. We have started on the main section of the Greenway Trail, and basically we start at Province Park and go one way, and then we'll start at Province Park and go the other way. We haven't even started to go the other way yet. We're still digging out this way, so it's coming. So.
And I will tell you here in a little bit, I think Brett is going to talk about a little bit of what this snowfall cost the city, the taxpayers. He's going to talk about that. And the money of doing it, yeah, it's always a big deal, but it's something we want to do because we're proud of our trails too. So thanks for bringing that up, and we can explain it to people that we are working on that. We just can't do it all at the same day. So thank you. Anybody else?
I have one.
Yes.
Is there any way we can communicate how a Michigan left works? Because obviously not everybody knows that you can go ahead and turn after you've stopped.
I know that's another big deal, and had a meeting with NDOT today and told them I thought that was about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We've always been taught our whole life, you don't turn on red,
Yeah.
right or left, and then unless there's a sign. And then this law, I guess, states you can do it on a one-way road. So yes, there will be some educational stuff on that.
Joe Dillon put out something, I think, on Franklin Chat, which was good, but turning out of my neighborhood, obviously not everybody saw that.
Correct. Yeah.
Hey, Mayor,
And I was told today that they're going to put signage.
They
up.
are.
They're going to put signage up at those stops where the red lights are at.
Okay, perfect.
Mayor, one thing that happened today that you don't know about, ironically asked that question. Daily Journal did do a ride-along today with at least one or two officers. And they're gonna do a video, they'll do a presentation in the paper about those terms exactly.
Nice.
So it'll all be spelled out.
We're doing a combined story on
Yeah.
that specifically.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
That's
Great.
beneficial.
Great.
And make sure you talk to NDOT if you don't mind, I'm not trying to tell the newspaper how to do the story. I got in trouble for that a long time ago. Yeah, so if you could reach out to NDOT and let them explain the project's not finished, and they are gonna put signs up that will tell you that you can do that. So I don't know why they haven't done it yet, but it's the way it is. So, thank you, Tina.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we will go on to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the meeting minutes in January 21st Board of Works meeting and also the approval of claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
There isn't any old business. We'll go right into new business. Request sidewalk parking closure for safety during the Main and Madison roof installation. Cornet Roofing Systems, Aaron Holmes, Amanda Moore. Okay. Yes. And as you're walking up here, I want to tell you, you keep walking. You guys had, I've seen these safety plans. You guys had one of the best safety plans I think I've ever seen.
I second that motion. When I saw it on the agenda, I said, nobody is this thorough.
Yeah, that,
He helped coordinate that. We're at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base working. We're on year 2. Yes. Year 2 working there. So the guys drafted that safety plan for our entire team there, working on that project.
Well,
so,
thank you. It was great.
Yes.
and sorry I interrupted, but can you name your names for the record and then state your business?
I am Amanda Moore,
Aaron Holmes.
Ruben Maldonado.
all with Cornet Roofing.
Okay.
Um,
You don't have to read the whole plan, just,
We have never been to a board meeting before, so we're not 100% sure what we need to state or what we need to say to get this approved. We just kind of found out not too long ago that we even needed to do this.
Just ask us what you would like to do and when you would like to do it and what you're requesting. Yeah.
We are gonna be re-roofing the Main and Madison project, coming up. And we need to close some of the sidewalk and the parking closures on the front, on Main Street and on Madison right there, just for safety while we are roofing. The ladders are gonna extend out into the sidewalk. If we don't want, what else? Be
well-
ladders mainly, right?
Yeah.
Ladders, we'll also have some equipment, we'll have a lift that'll be parked there, some vehicles, and just for safety in general, it's a full tear off, so we don't want any debris coming down on somebody's vehicle or somebody walking the sidewalk there. So the north parking spaces on Madison that are, on the building, and then it would be the west parking spaces on Main that are closest to the building there, we request closed, and the corresponding, sidewalks.
well, I believe it's probably gonna hurt Maine and Madison's business more than it is anyone else.
We've, the project manager, Wayne, on that with the Sixtus Management, we've acknowledged this with him and he understands, so he's communicated to Amy, who owns the company, owns the building there. We're gonna try to do it in such a way where still be open for business and not disrupt as much as possible. Mainly one side at a time is kind of how
Yeah.
we wanna do it, so it isn't completely disrupting everything. And what did we project? 2 full weeks for the whole project,
Yeah,
depending
weather dependent for 2 weeks, to get everything done, but we will do it in sections. I'll be the on-site project manager, so I'll be on-site, pretty much the entire time. There'll be somebody, either myself or somebody else on the ground as a safety monitor. We're gonna leave, so they have one entrance, but they have 2 ways to walk in. There's the wheelchair ramp, on the north side, and then the stairs on the south entrance. So we're gonna start on that south section, get that all done, while leaving that entrance on the north side open. Having myself, I'll be there doing access control, making sure that people walking in and out are not gonna have anything come down on them, and then move this, to the north section, and then move to the back section. So do the roof in 3 different sections, so that we can kind of shift the focus there and allow access.
Do you know a start date, what you're shooting for?
Well, it's gonna depend
all
on
depending on
weather.
here, yeah.
Weather right now, we're kind of buried and we don't wanna start with anything like that.
Okay,
We were told that we need at least a week to request for the parking spaces for you guys to put signage up and stuff like that.
correct.
Tentatively, I would say 2 weeks from today, we would like to start.
Okay, and then, how we usually do this is you work with Brett's crew, at the street department, and letting Brett's team know when you're gonna be there. And also one other thing that we require, and I didn't see it in your very thorough safety plan, is like if you put a dumpster down on the street, you put something in under it so it don't tear the street up and get it all scarred up or
Yep.
gouge the street. So-
We've got ours on a trailer So we
Okay.
can, we can leave that on the trailer, so that we can pull it periodically and dump it, so it won't be anything sitting on the street.
Okay.
Or
That's-
sidewalks either?
Or,
Okay, great.
The only thing sitting on the sidewalks or street would be the foots of ladders and stuff like that.
Well, like, most of the material will be staged at our facility because we're here local. We'll just kind of shuttle it back and forth as we need it, so it's not sitting out.
Yep.
The only thing that'll be staying, will we pull the dumpster back every night or no?
Well, that would be a question for you guys. I mean, if you guys need us to, we definitely can, because we're so close, it's not a problem. The lift, we would need to leave overnight there.
okay. And I don't see anything, as long as you're in your designated area that we approve, if you leave that trailer, it's not gonna bother us, I wouldn't think.
Okay.
So, unless we have a snowfall or something, but,
Hope not.
yeah, me too.
I'm over it.
All right, any other questions?
Will you be notifying I mean, so I know that Amy owns the property to the north and to the west. So I didn't know if you would be notifying any of the other adjoining or nearby.
Happy to.
Just
if
of
we-
those,
if we
I
need
guess
to.
when the signs go out, they'll see that the parking's gonna be closed, but.
We typically we would ask Amy to do that because those are her tenants.
Sure.
And we would just ask her to kindly do that. We know the law office, people right there, what is that, to the north of them, so we could contact them as well easily. And then, I'm trying to think, I don't know the person to the west, right behind their alley. I don't know who's right in there, but we can certainly make contact with them if we needed to.
Yeah, Franklin Jewelers, but they're pretty much,
Yeah,
have
there's
their
just,
own parking, they're all right. Yeah.
yeah, they have, the law office has some parking back there off of that alley.
Yeah.
I notice on West Madison Street, you're asking for 5 spots, and it looks like there's 3 that's really connected to Main and Madison.
Correct.
And then there's 2 to the far left you're asking for as well. Is there a reasoning
Yeah,
behind
just
that?
for, as we shift the project around, so that lift during work hours,
sit
we'll
there.
need to move, we'll need to move it back and forth, to those different spots to access, and then, just for the whole project, I figured the 5 spots would be where we would park the equipment overnight to, interrupt stuff as least as possible.
And Mr. Austin, the house to the west there that you've pointed out, Amy, they own that, Main and Madison owns that, by the way.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we did that roofing system too for them.
So as it's color coded there, I believe the first is the south section's in purple, and start there, move to the yellow, and then to the green and around the back. All the equipment overnight would be parked on Madison. And then those 2 spots in the sidewalk there on Main, again, we would need to put equipment there during work hours while we're working, but just having that closed off just to avoid any potential damage from, somebody's vehicle being there.
I think Mr. Austin, he's got a good point. At the end, at nighttime, if there's a way, the 2 spots that's farther west, could you open them up at night?
On Madison?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
if you can,
Yep.
that would help, if you can at night.
Yeah, we'll just push the lift a little bit
Yeah,
closer.
we'll have room on those 3 spots to put the lift in.
Okay. Any more?
I have nothing.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for sidewalk parking closure for safety during the Main and Madison roof installation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, next item, request approval for the owner-occupied rehab contracts. Whitney Cohen?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Tonight in front of you are 3 contracts, as the mayor said, for approval. We have not asked the homeowners to sign these yet, so we'll need to have the homeowner and the contractor sign first before the mayor signs. Is that how you would like to do it, or?
Or we can, if it
Okay.
helps administration, we can sign it. And
Okay.
then they can fill it
Okay.
in and keep things moving along.
Yeah. that
Unless you want
sounds
to track
great.
him down.
No, thanks.
Okay, so you're asking for approval for us to move forward with the next 3 contracts, right?
Yes, yeah, and just a board update, we have obligated about 2/3 of our construction budget, so we have about $100,000 left, and we have 4 new potential applicants filling out paperwork now. So we're getting pretty close to that.
Nice.
And these last three make 14?
Yes, yep. So we have 14 people who've participated in the program. They're at various stages, thanks to the weather, but we will be getting close to hitting our goal of assisting 20. A comment from our inspector was that some of the Franklin homes he's visited are larger than some other communities, so they've been requiring a little bit more work, and their average price is a little higher.
Interesting.
I'll make a motion to approve the owner-occupied rehab grants as presented and also authorize the mayor to sign on the board's behalf.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Whitney.
Thank you.
Okay, next item, approval to trade in for credit the following Franklin Police Department vehicles, Street Commissioner Brett Jones, and Fleet Manager.
Thank you, sir. Before you is a list of vehicles that we are requesting to trade in for credit towards the purchase of new PD vehicles in 2026. The only change I need to request is vehicle that ends in 8756. I believe it's fourth on our list. We are no longer trading that vehicle. The insurance company now owns it. So it was involved in an accident.
Okay,
So
all right. Do we have the insurance proceeds?
we do,
All
in
right,
fact.
right.
Yeah, and so we will be using those proceeds towards the next item on our list, the lease for this year.
Okay.
Other than that, that is my request. If you have any questions, let me know.
Any questions for Brett on that?
I don't have any, Brett, other than the fact that you've been doing a great job. For years, we owned our own vehicles and kept them, in my opinion, too long. And we had some pretty raggedy vehicles out there. I think police chief and the fire chief would suffice to say the same, and then also our city employees as well. So, Brett, I appreciate the efforts that you put into this, and seems to be working very effective.
Oh, thank you, sir. And a lot of these obviously have been pool cars over their last couple years as well. We try to pull them out of everyday service within 5 to 6 years, and then they obviously can live a life as a pool car. And so that's why you'll see some aged vehicles on here. These aren't cars that have most recently been on the road every day.
You can tell the dates.
Yeah.
2008?
Some of them were just classics that they were more relics than they were anything else, so.
Crown
we
Vic.
finally
Yeah,
pushed- yeah.
Crown Vic, somebody's got an
Yep.
attachment to it.
Yep.
And I know on the Crown Vics, we're trying to run a meeting here, but on the Crown Vics, some of the police officers wish we still had Crown Vics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Bigger cars.
Yeah.
Borderline indestructible rear-wheel drive. Probably a lot more fun to drive than some of the cars we have today, but. Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve trade-in for credit the Franklin Police Department vehicles as listed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next item, Brett again. Approval and execution of the 2026 Franklin Police Department vehicle replacement.
Thank you, sir. Before you is Schedule 2 with Crossroads Bank. I think as Lynn will attest, we don't technically have to shop the lease, but I always do send it out and get quotes back from lending institutions. Once again, as we did last year, Crossroads Bank was the most competitive at a rate of 4.17%. The next best rate I received was from our good friend Tim at Municipal Finance at 5.74. So I feel like we did a really good job of getting the best possible rate. It's about a $35,000 savings over the life of the lease. So So we did do some, do some homework and due diligence on making sure we were getting the best rate. We did enter into the master lease with Crossroads last year, so some of the documentation that we had last year is not on here because this is just a second schedule, so they didn't need Lynn's legal letter and some of the things that we did last year because we are in a master lease situation with them, and now we're just adding a second schedule specific to this year's acquisition. So there are 11 vehicles that we are purchasing. 10 of them will ultimately be on the road. 7 are pursuit vehicles, and then 3 of them are detective vehicles, and then 1 is a civilian admin role that will not be upfit. So there was some question around why we were only upfitting 10 of the 11. 1 of them doesn't require any lights or siren upfit, so. But with that, if you have any questions, obviously this is to purchase those vehicles utilizing our leasing structure that we've used for 7 or 8 years now, so.
Brett, can I ask you, I know that the sirens and the upcharge to outfit these vehicles is expensive, obviously, but curious, do we keep that when we turn these in, or are they turned in with all the lights and everything on it?
Yeah, unfortunately, that is it's probably a pretty good business to be in because they don't fundamentally have any real value at the end of our lease, except radios, radars, some of that type equipment. Sometimes the control boxes we can take, but the lights that are mounted into the cars or on the cars really have no value, other than if we can find, like we've done in the past, we've traded vehicles to Fletcher, and then ultimately, like Franklin Schools, a lot of times we'll buy them. And so we do get a little bit of value for the lights, obviously not near what it costs new. But really, unfortunately, from a light perspective, they're not throwaways by any means, but their life basically ends when the vehicle's decommissioned from a full-time role with us. Unless it's going to a complementary department somewhere else, but otherwise, if it gets sold as just a trade-in or civilian vehicle, obviously all that stuff's removed and really has no retail value to anyone, so.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, I will make a motion to approve and execute the 2026 Franklin Police Department vehicle replacements.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brett.
For everything, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Man, he's come a long way with this, hasn't he? I remember our first time 7 or 8 years ago of doing
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing what? Yeah. You want to do what?
It was a big jump.
All right, next item, and we got a couple items left, and we got 35 minutes, so we're kind of stalling just a little bit, I guess, making this fun. Okay, next item, request approval and acceptance of the following subdivision performance bonds for the Bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 6. Matt McElroy.
Thanks. Sorry I don't have more to stall time a little more. But I've got one here for Windstar Homes. They're looking to get started on the last section of the Bluffs at Youngs Creek. So this subdivision performance bond, 273023, is for erosion control and the amount of $154,100.64.
Move to approve and accept the subdivision performance bond for the Bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 6.
I'll second that motion. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item is also Matt. Acceptance and execution of the following documents related to the Bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 6.
Thank you. Yeah, these are our standard agreements we have with developers. So we have the sanitary sewer service special agreement to get signed, and then we also have earthwork and paving inspection and the storm and sanitary sewer inspection service agreements. Like I said, they're typical agreements we have, and for our inspection sources, our resources that the city provides, so.
And Matt, this might put you on the spot. We didn't talk about this. We did bring up, it is the last section at Bluffs. How many homes is that, would you know?
In the last section, 92.
Okay, good job, you
Yeah.
knew that one, thank you. Way to put you on the spot.
That's all right.
So that's the last 92 lots to be available for Bluffs at Youngs Creek?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Any questions for Matt?
I'll make a motion to accept and execute the sanitary sewer service special agreement, earthworm and paving inspection service agreement, and stormwater sanitary sewer inspection service agreement at the Bluffs, at Youngs Creek, Section 6.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Okay, next item, under other business, request disposal of salvage equipment, Director of Technology, Rick Littleton.
Yes, similar to my request in the past, this is equipment that we have removed mainly from our police cars.
The computers from the
Yeah, the
police
laptops
cars?
from the police cars mostly, yes, sir.
Is that, just to follow up on Mr. Austin's question, so whenever we get new police cars, you don't change out computers, do you? On every one, I mean, we can transfer them,
We can, but sometimes we will
so,
make
so,
it part of the upfit if we have to.
okay, so do you have a year, like a year amount that you've decided, hey, we need to change this one out?
Based on the years that they've been in service,
Okay.
usually 5 years.
Usually 5 years? Okay. All right, thank you, Rick.
Huh?
I'm sure they go through the ringer in 5 years inside that car. Just saying.
I'll make a motion to approve disposal of salvage equipment as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. That got us through our regular business. We will go with department reports. And Chip, can we start with you, sir?
I don't have anything tonight, so just still working on snow removal, so that's it.
The only thing I'd have is, as we're talking about police equipment, we will, and we are currently doing some research on in-car radios and handheld radios. There's going to be some changes coming in technology and dispatch. Some of our equipment is not going to work, so it's going to be a substantial cost at some point. I'm not sure exactly when it's supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen in late '26. Now they're saying they'll push it back to probably '27, but I'll keep everybody abreast of it. We're doing research on it now.
Is it a big number?
It's gonna have to do with communication, us being able to get out on the radios in the cars. We haven't had handheld radios since before I got there. These are probably 10, 11 years old, these handhelds. So they're kind of obsolete when you start trying to update them. And it's really beyond our control because we are monitored through central dispatch, sheriff's department. So whenever they do that change at the state, it's going to hit us. We're just not
So
sure when it just keeps.
Chief, excuse me, it'll start at the state level, and then it goes to the
Right.
county, and then down to
Yep.
us? Okay.
Yep, so
What kind
I'll
of-
keep you posted.
We kind of ran into that fire department, correct? With radios and, it's been years ago, though. Maybe not under your helm.
No, it wasn't
You guys
under
get
mine.
too. It might impact
Yeah,
you
I
as
was gonna
well.
say it might impact us. I'm gonna have to check into it.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chief.
All I got.
Anything else?
No.
Fire Chief?
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Sherry?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Rick?
Nothing else.
Krista?
I don't have anything tonight.
Brett?
Well, I can kill some time. No, all jokes aside, but Mayor did ask me to put together some numbers, and it is good for us to have this information anyway. Just sort of a overall view of what the snow cleanup expenses were, basically from inception on Saturday evening through, we basically shut it off on Thursday, saying that, for the most part, we had cleaned up the core part of town, and obviously we still have trails and some other arterial type things to take care of, but just some interesting numbers. And obviously, before I start, definitely a huge thank you to all the city departments. It is always a group and team effort when events like this happen. It's obviously been quite some time since we had near an event this large from an accumulation standpoint. So it was trying. I think I've told this board before and the council members that are here. I can definitely say thank you once again for your continued commitment to our both equipment and vehicle replacement plan since I've been here, because I can tell you when I got here, if we would have had an event like this, we would still be plowing streets, let alone worrying about trails and hauling all the snow that we've hauled off. I mean, we would still be on step one a week later. So thank you. We would have started with 8 trucks, and if we'd have limped one across the finish line, we'd have had a party to celebrate that. So. So we did some information. This includes 4 departments, sorry, well, 5 technically, MS4 in there. Josh, obviously the fire department's a huge help too. I didn't capture their information, but basically had 38 total employees involved in the cleanup. A total of 1,059 hours of straight time, 702 hours of overtime. So that puts us at about $27,000 in hourly pay and just shy of $30,000 in overtime pay. So pretty obvious. Obviously, that's our biggest expense. About $9,000 worth of salt. Actually closer to 10 if you include the ice melt that we use on sidewalks and more pedestrian areas. About $6,500 in fuel. Parks did rent a piece of equipment, a little under $1,000 there. And then this is the part that's great. We actually had very little mechanical issues, and we only spent about $2,700 in parts, which is remarkable. Like I said, last time we would have been probably
20.
Labor would have been the cheapest part, right? Parts would have been the high note. So anyway, total all in across all departments, $74,748.11 worth of expenses across that 6-day window, basically. So I think that's important information. And obviously, if we were to dive deeper in the cost of equipment and things that we bought, obviously that gets to be a much larger number. But definitely a great effort by all, and I'm proud of the job that was done by all departments. You know, I always tell Steve, yeah, we get some complaint calls, but at the end of the day, I got to remind myself, if I flip through the book, there's maybe 60 complaint calls, which I figure that means there's 25,940 people that thought we did a pretty decent job. So
Yep.
I'll take those odds. So.
And also, Brett, we don't ever count in the compliments.
That's true. We don't count the 20 or so calls from people, and a lot of times it's move-ins, right, that are relatively new to Franklin, who are very appreciative of the services, not just snow removal, but shocked at how we run routes on, you know, brush and leaves and do all the things that we do, and then execute snow at a pretty high level for an area that doesn't typically get a foot. But yeah, I think we're very efficient. I think everybody does a great job, and it's a great team effort. And so thank you, Mayor, thank you, Board, and obviously all the department heads and their employees. It was a hell of an effort.
Good job.
So,
Job
thanks.
well done.
Appreciate
I'm
it.
proud of our team. So, thank you.
Yep.
Joanna,
Nothing additional.
you can't top that one, right? Nothing. Sally?
I can't top that, but they are moving dirt at the wastewater treatment plant, so they're back. They were off last week. They're back at it this week.
Okay, and I think Matt told us today there'll be a bid opening on the building for the utility building this week.
Cherry's building, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Jan? Tara? Ken?
No, I was just going to say thanks to everyone, Brett, your team, and it seems it's always more than just Brett and his team, right? You guys coordinate with almost every department here, so hats off to everyone during the snowstorm. So great work. Thank you.
Tina?
I can't top that either.
Lynn?
No, Matt's performance bonds choked me up, so I'm done. You really got me right here.
We got about 19 minutes before the next meeting.
Well, I
so-
could take it up.
No, the only thing I got to say is just I am proud of our team, and I've said that, I can't say that enough, that the job that's done, and we do have an organized plan that the departments get together and have it in writing, you're responsible for this, we're responsible for that, and then whenever it all happens, they intermingle together and all work together on it. So we got a great team and a great plan, and it works. So thank you for that. And with that being said, I would make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you.